Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from my car on the fort. No, I'm kidding. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Film Hustlers.
Yes.
Where are you coming from, Roberts? Where are you coming to us from?
Yeah, where are you at, though?
Bro, I'm coming to you live from Toronto, Canada.
Damn.
Yeah, Toronto, Canada.
You there on vacation or what?
No, I'm making a movie for Netflix. On the last episode, we talked about like I was going to go make a movie for Netflix. It's already cat's out of the bag, man.
You got it like that.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah,
You talked about. Remember early on in the show, you talked about making it, the studio, all that stuff. Well, guess what? Hey, congratulations. You're at a studio.
But let's be. I'll be honest about the difference. There is no difference. You know, people are still saying like, "Oh, you don't have enough money." Oh, wait a minute. This is a
Wait,
small.
what?
Yeah, people are saying like, "Oh no, it's a small movie. You can't do. You can't afford to do that." So every movie feels the same no matter what amount of money you have. But look, I'm in Toronto. It's snowing here. There was a kind of a snowstorm yesterday, and I drove through it like a true Californian, and I was sliding all over the street, and finally.
Hey, don't get hurt. Home. We need you back here.
No, I'm good. We slid around, but it's great. The movie's going. We're in three weeks of pre-production so far, and things are great. So I can't complain. But I want to talk about Beautiful Darkness because we officially have a cut that we're pretty happy with. It's not complete, but we're talking about a cut that's about 90%.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say closer to 95.
95.
I really would. 95 to 98. We're about two. I would say 5 to 2 off.
Yeah, we're very close to locking picture, but I want to talk about ExtremeMusic.com. I kind of put it to the test, right? We did a temp on the movie, and we used nothing but ExtremeMusic.com stuff, and it was absolutely surprising to me that with a drama, it's really an art film, that I was able to find all the necessary music, and you guys all used it, and Rich Alarcon put it together, and I don't know, I feel like ExtremeMusic.com again proved to be a pretty darn good partner.
Yeah, and you know what also proved to be a pretty good darn partner? You, fool, putting that music together. That was some good work right there.
Thank you.
Very good.
Look, I appreciate that. Music can't help a bad film. Let's put it that way.
It can or it can't?
It cannot.
No, it cannot. It can just distract you.
Yeah, if you have good music on a good piece of picture and the editing's good and the story's decent and you're feeling good about it, you can make a film 100 times better. But if the movie's bad, there's no amount of music going to help you make that movie good. So congratulations to you guys. You guys made a good movie.
Hey, thank you. You too.
The other thing I want to say this. Look, I'm on location in Toronto, right? And it feels different because I went to the store today to buy like groceries for my week.
Because you miss us. That's what it's different. You miss me and Davey Dave.
I miss all my producing partners, man. I miss.
You miss
Mara
Sebasita.
Stearns and Gemma and Ryan.
Galvan.
All my people, But,
we'll be there soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But I was at the store today, and I went and I paid with my credit card $100 for groceries for the week, and then a text came in saying like, "Oh, you just spent $74." So the difference in money here is $100 is really 74 American dollars.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you're a filmmaker, if you're spending $100,000, then you're getting another 25%. So really, you're getting $125,000. You bring your 100 here, you get 125.
So go shoot in Toronto then.
I don't know. So far, so good. So far, I've got. It seems like I've got everything I need. But we're gonna see. We'll see what happens. The other thing that's super interesting about being out here is that the food that I'm buying, it feels like, and I'm not trying to diss California. I'm not. But like, I even went to Popeye's Chicken the other day, and the quality of the food was like 100 times better than I'd ever had at any fried chicken place in LA. And then I went to go get like a sandwich off of like a vendor. And it was like the best French baguette sandwich I'd ever had. Like all of a sudden, like everything, the quality of even a sandwich or a burger or a steak is like really surprisingly different.
Yeah.
There's a significant difference to what they're trying to feed us in California, like in terms of vendors and them saving money to make more money off of us than they do here. It feels like here they're like, yeah, we're going to make 20%, 30% off of you. In LA, they're making 90% off of us,
Yeah.
It feels different, is all I'm saying.
I've never shot a movie in Canada, so I could.
I know, but when you go somewhere other than California where you get gouged.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, we definitely take it up the ass here.
Yeah. Like when I go to Arizona, it's like, oh man, this is like night and day.
Yeah.
Everything's delicious. Everything's less expensive. Everything's well put together. I don't know. I'm enjoying my
Yeah, but
time
you're in a
here.
but you're in a
Mexico.
nice storm. Right here, it's well, it's not 70. It's cold today, but cold's like 50. Damn. Yeah. So we're in California. We're paying to live here. That's what we're paying for.
Yeah, exactly.
So we finished our movie. For everyone who's listening, I got a really interesting story. So we finished our movie, and you want to apply for all these festivals. I think that's our number one goal right now. Let's get the film to festivals. Let's have people watch it that don't know you, don't know anything about the business, that just love to see movies and get told stories. So one of the main festivals that you always want to go to is Sundance, but that passed, just happened. And a great short festival where you can get nominated for an Academy Award if you happen to win this festival is the Palm Springs International Film Festival. It's been around for, 38 years or something crazy like that. It's a great festival. I had a film there. I sold it to Netflix out of that festival. So we had missed the deadline by a month. I emailed them. I said who I was. I said that we did this great film with these great actors. I named all the actors. I told them how long it was, and I asked for a waiver. I said, will you allow me to apply super late, and would you give me a waiver? Basically, I was saying, hey, would you mind opening it up for me to submit even though it's a month after your deadline? They wrote back and said, absolutely, happy to provide you a waiver. They sent me a little number. I punched it into the website, and I was able to submit without paying. So it was very cool, very serendipitous, because I kind of wanted to go to that festival. I wanted to make that our first festival because it's a great one. And then we were able to get in. So if you're out there and you have your movie and you don't think and you missed the deadline to a festival you like, and you have some good actors in it, and you actually think the film's got some legs, write up a nice email, send it to info at whatever the festival is, and you might get lucky. They might write back and go like, "Oh wow, I like those actors." You never know, It's
And be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're a nice guy. You weren't like, hey.
I was like, nice. I said, hey, and it's I did say, hey, look, I'm applying super late. I understand if we can't do it, but I just wanted to ask just because the movie's really great.
Yeah.
And now they're going to watch it and they'll tell us if we get accepted or not. But I'm almost certain. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, so let's just say I'm looking forward to hearing what they think about the movie.
Yeah. And we sent them the last cut we have. So it's actually not our finished cut, but it's a cut that they're going to watch.
Yeah, but also,
And they know that.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, the final cut of your movie never goes to a festival as an application. So when you apply to a festival, it's normally like not even close to being the final cut.
So you actually had to send a cut to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do they decide otherwise?
Oh.
They can't. They have to watch it.
I don't know.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have to watch it. And when I took Strangers with Candy to Sundance, they watched a super duper rough cut. There wasn't even any music on it. It hadn't been mixed yet.
Yeah.
So they watched an
But they're
experimental-
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're professionals. They could tell right away, like, if it's going to work, if it's something that's good for their festival,
What they got from us is a quite polished piece of work, except for maybe there's some edits that we still have to do. Galvan had some ideas. Some of the people you talked to
Yep.
have some ideas.
Yep.
There's still some music stuff that we have to do to it. Potentially,
Yeah.
we're taking out everything we have in there and just giving it to a composer as an example. But it's interesting. I think that there's some flexibility in this business. You can't be so afraid of the business that you don't ask for your waivers and for an extension of the deadlines, all that stuff. They're looking for great product. If you have great product, they're going to let you in.
Yeah.
When is that festival actually take place?
I think in June.
Nice, right? That'd
Got
be a
it.
nice one for us to go to. We can get like a little Airbnb, have some cervecitas, a little nice dinner.
The weather
Yep.
would be super nice. Also, something to keep in mind when you're applying for festivals, if you, like for instance, we applied for this festival. I did not put you down as a director that's done a bunch of work. Do you want to know
Okay.
why?
Why?
Because they love first-time filmmakers.
There we go.
Everyone loves first-time filmmakers because they like to say the directors to watch, or a brand new film. At Sundance, they even have a prize for the first-time filmmaker.
Oh wow!
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the point is that what I said about you is I wrote a little bio about you, saying like you've been in the business for 20 years, you've been doing makeup, but you always had a love for Goodfellas and The Godfather, and that you've been making experimental films and web series for quite a few years, and now you've laid down the pencil to paper to write great drama that's similar to your heroes, which would be The Godfather and Goodfellas and stuff. So that's what it says. So you could say everything you've done, and by the way, realistically, you could say everything that you have done has been experimental. I'm not saying that your films aren't real films. I'm just saying that you could say that because you only spent, $25,000 on one of them. You only spent, $1,000 on the web series. Like those things make the projects reasonably experimental, right? Because you don't know if you're going to finish them.
Right.
That's where it becomes a little experimental, right? So you can't go around going like, well, apples to oranges, right? This movie that costs $1 million against my movie that costs $25,000. It's a much different beast. Yeah. So
and plus, like you said, they like to say that everybody likes to discover, right?
Yeah.
Like if you see a film, if you see a film that you feel like an indie film, like you immediately tell your friends like you got to watch this film, because you feel like you discovered something cool and you want it to get out there. So I get that.
New filmmakers are all the rage.
What picture did you use?
Huh?
Yeah. What
picture did you use? The one where I'm looking confused, scratching my ear?
No,
that one.
I wanted to really badly because I thought it would spark up a conversation. Think about how much,
if you want.
Think about how much they would laugh at that office if that was the submission.
Yeah.
Well, put it in there. I don't mind. I'm
No,
cool with that.
That's funny, dude.
I already submitted it. I got the one of you directing. It was a good picture. I also don't want to joke around with them. I mean, we're deadly serious about filmmaking. We're not kidding, So I didn't want to make a joke out of it. But yeah, the film for me, it's surprising and amazing that we were able to get the film done in such a short period of time. We raised the money, we shot the film, we have pretty much a master cut except for a few edits we have to make. And now we're already submitting to festivals. I've got a whole list of other ones I'll run by you guys, but there's this great website called filmfreeway.com that you can go to, and basically you punch in all of your information about your movie. You put in your synopsis, the directors, the producers. You put in how long the film is, what you shot it on. You put in the synopsis. You even upload the film to the site. And then what happens is on their site, you can apply to any festival from the site. So all you got to do is push a button and all that information gets transferred over to the festival.
Yeah.
Think about how easy that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before people would be like, how do I get into a festival? Can I get the application? Where do I send the tape? Now you put it all on this website, push one button, and boom, you're applied to Palm Springs International Film Festival. Boom, you're applied to Cannes International Film Festival. Texas. Sedona, whatever you want to go to, you just apply right there on the website, and they take care of it for you. And if you sign up for the website for $12 a month, you can get a discount up to 50% on the on applying for those.
Oh wow!
Well, that's pretty good because some of those festivals, the entries are expensive.
Yeah, they're
$50,
all
$100.
Yeah, they're all about $100, probably the highest, and down to like $40 maybe the lowest. But yeah, all of them, they'll invite you. You go out there. The only thing I don't like about film festivals, as it refers to shorts, is that sometimes your box, because they can't just show your movie, they have to show your movie connected to like 5 other shorts. Right. So your short may come first. Your short may come in the middle. Your short may come last. What I hate about that is that sometimes if this one filmmaker has invited his whole family and all of their family and all of their friends, and like 100 people show up for his movie and he shows first, they all get up and walk out.
Yeah.
And that's a bummer. But I don't know. Maybe we can request where to be put. But it's exciting because we're now the film's out there. We're going to keep informing all the people here about what the plan is and how we do, and when we get accepted, how we apply, which I just told you, and what we're doing to market it and stuff like that.
But really, Roberts, so using that example, a guy, he writes of 100 people, his family, friends, we don't really, we want them to like it. That's not our target. Like, our target is finding like a distributor or somebody who's looking to invest in that short as a feature, right? That's the goal of the festival.
Yeah, well, I think, you're right. I think what you want to do, the reason you're going to a festival is not for people to pat you on the back. That's always nice, and I think most of us filmmakers are, wanting to get that kind of credit, but the reality is that you're not there. You're there to win some awards, hopefully, at these festivals, so that people can be like, hey, wait a minute, did you see Beautiful Darkness? Oh, when did it play? Oh, I played in the Shorts program. Oh, when is it showing again? And then maybe someone important sees that movie and tells their distributor friend or tells their investor friend or tells, a development person at a studio, hey, this drama's cool. You're looking for a drama just like this. You should watch it. And then you start getting emails and calls and maybe even, your film, Beautiful Darkness, is so good that you might even get to, do, direct TV. Like, you could direct an episode of LA Law. LA Law, that's like 1992.
Do they still have that?
But CSI, you could direct an episode of CSI easily. You could direct an episode of any drama. You could direct an Ozark, if that was still on, like that kind of thing. That's where this could put you in as a director, For Davey and I, it's kind of messed up because that's not, no one's going to watch the film and come looking for producers, that's not how it works.
Although
that's not true,
I'll tell you this, there was a guy who reached out through IMDb asking for, so they do reach out. So he was asking if he could score the movie. So, people do look at shit like that, like, everything that's in post-production, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, it's not unheard of.
No, but even for you and Davey Dave, I disagree because filmmakers are always looking for good producers, dude. Without a good producer, as a filmmaker, you don't have anything other than, a story, a script, and an idea and what you want. You need people to help you make it. You need producers. You need, boots on the ground. So, to make a good film, you have to have good producers.
Yeah, well,
which you guys are.
That's a very it's a forgotten art. It's hard to put your finger on what a good producer is. If you're a novice filmmaker, which is okay, we all started somewhere. If you haven't done a lot of work, your imagination is that you get a producer and he sends you to money and you get to go do whatever you want. And that's not exactly how it works, right? The way it works is it's a collaboration. And if you have a great piece of property and a producer could actually get it to people that may finance it, and then they help you make sure that you have all the tools for yourself to make a great movie that then you guys all partake in the success of, that's sort of the formula to a great producer, is that the great producer has to be allowed to produce. Sometimes young filmmakers don't see that as clearly as they should. A producer does their job because they prepare their sets and they prepare their directors and their talent to have like open reign at a set. But that takes a lot of work, and not a lot of people see what that takes.
They need to watch The Offer then. The Offer tells you how valuable a producer is. Without Al Ruddy, Francis Ford Coppola is where? Mario Puzo is where?
Well,
they're talented.
That's why I always tell people this. That's why these positions win Academy Awards, right? Because if a producer or a director or a costume designer or an editor or a cinematographer, we're not one of the most important pieces of the puzzle to make a great movie, then they wouldn't win an Academy Award for their work, right? So otherwise it would just be the director of the year is, and then no one else would come out. That'd be it. The award ceremony over. The guy who directed it's the guy. Well, that's not how it works. It's a collaboration of a lot of amazing people, and and they all have their points of view, right? So that's why the other thing I wanted to broach is that's why I wanted to make sure that you get the best people around you when you work on a film, because those are the people you need to listen to, because you end up having a team that you trust and that you work with, and that, and then you guys get whatever feedback. Like if I hear something from the stands and someone says like, hey, you should do this with your movie, and I think it makes sense, I might turn to you guys and go like, hey, why don't we try to do this? Or I might just make it my own idea and say like, hey, how about we do this? So it's interesting. I mean, filmmaking is interesting. It never ends, right? We thought it would be over after we did the movie and finished it and wrapped it up and sent it to festivals. It's never going to be over. You're going to keep showing people. They're going to keep showing interest in you. It's one of those things that it's a very collaborative business. You do need to pick a team that you trust, and then you have to trust that team all the way to the end. And if it crashes and burns, oh well. And if you totally succeed, then fantastic. You gotta go with your team.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm excited for you. I think you directed a great movie. Do you feel like you got all the shots you wanted?
No.
What was one that you can think of off the top of your head?
The only one that I really comes to mind is I wish we would have got the shot above Mendoza when he's dying. You know what I mean? And I wish we would have got close on Efron when he delivers the final, his final few words at the very end. Those are the only two I wish I would have got. But it's fine because I like, the simplicity of that wide. In on a big screen, you see it.
It'll play better.
It plays. You know what I mean? But those would be the only two things. And I'm not really regretful I didn't get them. It was just kind of one of those things like, fuck, I wish I would have had that to work with. But who knows? Maybe I wouldn't even use them because I like the ending already. I like that. And when I set out to shoot a lot of medium shots because I was modeling it after The Godfather, which is tons of mediums, a handful of close, and that's it. You know what I mean? They didn't get too crazy with stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think as a filmmaker, one of the things that I think about a lot is I always want filmmakers to, or at least directors, I always want directors to get their close-ups. And, a lot of directors in my past have said, I don't want to get close-ups. I don't, but at the end of the day, you want them so bad.
You have to.
When you're
you have to have them.
When you're in an edit bay and you didn't want them and you got them, you're like, oh God, thank God I got that close up. Thank God I can go in really tight and see this guy. Look, the shot of his eye is remarkably effective, and you get to know him like in a split second. Which is why maybe we could spend more time in there before Pepe gets scared of him. But there is some work to do at the beginning of the movie. I think I pretty much I think the rest of it's perfect in my opinion. I think Galvan, our other producer / cameraman, has some great ideas for some cuts. Yeah. But yeah. Otherwise, look, I can only congratulate the Film Hustlers for stepping up and doing doing everything you needed to do to make a movie, man.
Yeah, congratulations to you two.
You too.
Davey Dave
you
and
three.
Yufu.
Hey, and we're on
Ufos.
IMDb now.
What? I saw that. With the new poster designed by Davey Save.
It's a tip. We change it when we need to.
No, it's
I
nice.
like it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Good.
I want to invite. I wonder if a lot of the Film Hustler audience would come to the screenings if we had like one in LA. I want to apply to the LA Film Shorts Festival because that thing has been around for like 39 years.
Is that the Holly Shorts or is it a different one?
No, it's the one that's been around for years and years and years. Apparently, someone is getting arrested outside my window, but it's been around for years and years and years. And again, that's one of the festivals that if you that's one of the festivals that if you win it, you can qualify to get nominated for an Academy Award.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's
nice.
There's a handful of those.
Very nice.
Let's see. Will Film Hustlers come out and support? I don't know.
I'd like
What
that.
you fools
I
think?
think so.
It would be
so.
awesome. Have them buy a ticket, get all the Film Hustlers. Any Film Hustler
I know they would.
Any Film Hustler shows up, we buy them a T-shirt. How about that?
It's a lot of T-shirts.
That's right. We got to get our Film Hustler T-shirts going here.
But yeah, look. I guess my big question to you guys is, what's next? What have you guys been hearing? Have you been personally getting phone calls from filmmakers or people that want to do other projects? What have you been hearing from the movie? Like, have you gotten some positive feedback just in terms of just doing the work?
Yeah, actually, yeah. When it's always what are you up to? Like, what's going on? Oh, we produced a film. Oh, we made a film. Oh, really? Like, I was talking to your homegirl last night, Carissa.
Carissa Thompson?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, yeah, because we're talking about you guys. And then she was like, hey, what's up with Tootie? I was like, oh, it's cool. We just actually made a film. He directed a film. And she was like, well, really? Yes. So people are, they want to know. And once they find out, they're excited. They want to see what's going on with it.
Hey, Carissa Thompson gave me $500 to make the bocce short. Kiss.
She did bring that one up, too.
Yeah, she did.
Did she ask for her money back?
No, she didn't ask for her money back. She just made me put her makeup artist as the lead. That was the whole thing. Because her makeup artist, she wanted to be an actress, and she did a good job. She played the mob boss's daughter. She made the mob princess. Yeah, and that actually is, I'm talking to my buddy Jeff, who's looking to finance it, looking for money for it, that the Film Hustlers would be involved in. The feature version.
I would love for the Film Hustlers to produce a real film, with a long form is what I mean by real. That'd be a lot of fun. I also think that Beautiful Darkness could be a series, like a limited series, but definitely a series. I know Efren Figueroa was like, let's go sell the series. I thought that was funny. Yeah. But yeah, look, I think it proves that you can go out and do it. It proves that, if you ask people, sometimes they step up, they believe in you. I would say, look, I want to end the show with saying that being a filmmaker and saying it out loud is easy. What's hard is that no one knows what that means sometimes, So when you say, hey, I want to make movies, hey, I want to, be a director, I want to be a producer, I want to be a writer, a lot of people just don't understand what that means. And in some ways you don't either because you're saying it, but you haven't done it. But say it, practice saying it, and keep doing the things that you think are creative and different, and keep shooting footage and doing stuff. And eventually you do end up becoming a filmmaker and people start believing it. But it's hard. When I first said I wanted to be a producer, a lot of my friends would kind of laugh, like, what does that mean? Like, you want to be a producer, like you've never done anything in your life. But that can't derail you.
Stop you.
Still have to keep sort of saying it and doing it. And if you feel it in your heart that that's what you want to do, then you can do it. You just have to keep telling people that's what you do, and you got to keep doing the things that a producer or a director or writer would do.
And look at you now. Look at you now in Toronto on a Netflix movie. Come on. You made it, fool. Hey, congratulations.
It's no different than being on Beautiful Darkness.
Hey, that was a good movie too, though.
Yeah, but that's how it feels. It feels the same. I'm in Toronto working on a Netflix film, but it feels exactly like working on Beautiful Darkness. Well, that was a good show. I'm coming to you live from Toronto for the next 2 months. But hopefully this little experiment works. Just so you know, those guys are back in LA on our normal setup, and I'm here off of my phone. There's this app called Dolby.
Dolby FM?
Yeah, it's called Dolby FM. I put my ear pods into Dolby FM, and I record the show here, and then you guys send me the files, and I connect my file, and hopefully it's going to sound like we're right there together. So yeah, I'm excited. I was glad to talk to you guys. It makes me feel like I'm back at home, which I'm kind of lonely out here.
You know what you need is you need a bottle of Casa Mexico next to you right there. You'll feel right at home.
Can't have
warming
it.
You up.
They can't let me. They didn't let me bring it in. All right, cool. Well, congrats to the Film Hustlers. Thank you for listening to Film Hustlers, and we will catch you next time on the next show.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Good job, Foo.
Yeah, good job.